Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Clemson's offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Makes a grab over the middle. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Nowhere to move. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. He marched 78 yards down the field, and the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Well, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Georgia Tech, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They'll go to the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Now they'll run the draw. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On to punt it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers or big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. He's going to pass. Got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Georgia Tech, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They're facing a third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Flips it out to the back. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on second down.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
He's looking to throw. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Trying the left side. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corners are going to bail. They're bringing heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets have taken it inside the 20. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Clemson jumps to the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback will audible. He's back to throw on second down. Looking left. The incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Coming after him. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown. And it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll try the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick and get to the first down mark.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Fast motion from the offense. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Tigers line it up with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia Tech, 7.
And they thought about a return. Of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Quickly complete. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed, and the returner goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Showing the arm straight down the left side. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail. And
got it in stride inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back.
Touchdown, Tiger! And the punishment has been extended. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy... Downs on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Safe completion on the screen. At the 45 on its way. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. This offense has a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's going to go down as time has run out. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.